Going for the doctor's appointment. My little man's looking sharp. Show me his outfit of the day, babe. Let me see.
We got a vintage 1993 dinosaur.
It's cute.
In the modern era.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready as well. Hello dears, another day, another video. Today it was not a very good day for us. It was emotionally draining. We're taking our son to a doctor appointment that we had for quite a long time. We're going to see an allergist, a specialist that cures or diagnose allergy. My son had a very bad reaction to eggs. Basically, when he was 6 months old, we were told by a pediatrician to start introducing allergen food to him, which are nuts, eggs, dairy, shellfish, food like that. And the first day I just tried fresh egg from the chicken, and he had a very bad allergic reaction. I'll insert some picture to show you guys what happened. So basically, after having the egg, he didn't even finish, he just had half of it. He started having hives all over his body, and it got me very worried, and I called my husband, but he couldn't come home fast because his workplace is 1 hour away from our home. So I called my brother-in-law, my husband's cousin. He left work and he came to help us to take him to the emergency room, and he found out he was allergic to eggs. After that, they told us, actually they got us the appointment to the allergist, and they told us to test him to see if he have any other allergies or how severe his allergies are. We are here in the waiting room for filling up the form. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Something that I like about US is that you don't have to wait too long to be seen. If you have an appointment at 3:50, you go at 3:40, 10 minutes earlier. Just fill up the form with your insurance information and you will be seen immediately. Something that I always struggled in Italy is like the waiting. The waiting is never ending. Even if you have an appointment for 3, you will wait for an hour before you be seeing from someone. But I love it in here that you get seen immediately. So after having his vital checked, we went inside the room to wait for his doctor, Dr. Oswald, an amazing doctor, the best specialist that we have in Tupelo for allergies. My son was sitting in the bed and he was playing with the paper. He loved the crackling sound of the paper. Every time we go to his pediatrician, he does the same thing. He sit down and crinkle the paper. So the doctor came, actually the nurse came, asked us information, and fill up another form, and she told us to undress him because the doctor gonna see him. And after the doctor saw him, they administered the test. They gave him different type of allergens on his skin. They prickled his skin on his back and put in different allergens. There's a list of everything they're testing him for, and we're gonna wait 20 minutes and see which substance his skin react to. And unfortunately, he reacted to so many things, and he had a very bad allergic reaction from 1 to 13. His reaction were 11 to 12. And we found out he was allergic to egg, milk, tree nut, nuts, and shellfish. Basically everything. And as you know, my in-laws have a seafood restaurant, have actually a chain of seafood restaurants, and they were very upset that their own grandson cannot eat any seafood. We were so upset after that we decided to go out to eat. We didn't feel like go home and cook. We took him out. We went to a burger joint named Bulldog Burger. We sat down in there and had a lunch and talk about how to proceed from there on. Basically, we have to carry an EpiPen with us all the time. If he ever go into shock, which is like very severe allergic reaction, his throat can close up and he can stop breathing. We have to administer the EpiPen on his thigh, kind of injection that's gonna put medicine on him immediately, and call 911. This is how severe his allergies are. They gave us books and printed paper to teach us what food to avoid. This was the appetizer, the southern spring roll, which was delicious. My husband and I were in a very bad and sad mood, but our son was jolly as usual. Just looking at him playing made me happy. So we went home and we had 2 weeks worth of laundry not done. It was 3 whole load. So I had to do 3 laundry, 3 times washing and 3 times drying. So many clothes that are accumulated. Well, washing and drying is not the tough part. The tough part is folding, because after washing it, it takes us another week just to decide to sit down and start folding the clothes. I don't know if it's just us or it's everybody, because cleaning it is easy, but then folding it and putting it back in the drawers and the closet, that's the tough part for us. After putting the detergent, I'm putting this fabric softener and putting our clothes to wash. There was quite a bit of clothes inside, so instead of doing normal, I did a heavy duty wash. Usually it use very hot water and a very long cycle, about 1 hour and 40 minute cycle. After that, I started on dinner. We decided to have pasta with squid for dinner. Here I'm cleaning the squid. I'll show you how to do that. You just pull the tentacles out, and from the inside the sack, you take out the entrails. And if this was a bigger squid, I would have taken off the skin from it, but these were baby squid, so the skin is fine. You can keep it, because on the big squid, the skin have a little bitter taste to it. After that, from the tentacles, I'm going to cut off the eyeballs from both sides, and they have a beak under the tentacles. Basically, that's their mouth they eat with. That's hard, like a cartilage. You're gonna find the beak. You can just push it out. See, that's the beak. You push it out. That's it. That's how you clean the squid. And then I'll just cut the tentacles in half, and then the body part, I'll just cut it in small rings. Usually when the squids are big, they have a very tough, big backbone, which is a formation of cartilage on their back. But these squid are very small, so their backbone were small as well, and it was broken in pieces. It wasn't in one piece, so I had to look for them. I'm cleaning the second squid, and I'll show you that there is a little piece of bone. I'm gonna take out the entrails. That's the bone that I was talking about. And as usual, I'm gonna cut off the entrails, and after that I'll take off the eyes and the beak that they have under their mouth, just like so, and I'll cut the squid in rings. After that, I finish cutting all the squid. I wash them with water. After washing them, I added a big pinch of kosher salt. The kosher salt are chunky and sharp. Squeezing it with the salt is going to clean off the impurity that they have on them. I'll squeeze it and clean it with the salt and leave it in there for 15 minutes. And after that, I'm gonna wash thoroughly to wash off all the residual salt from the squid. To prepare the pasta, I'm going to, in a heavy duty pan, heat up 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Every time I cook pasta, I always tend to use olive oil. To that, I added half an onion. I chopped it in small squares and I added it to the oil. And then I'm going to stir fry that until everything is translucent to add the other ingredients to that. I added a pinch of salt, kosher salt. Once everything is translucent, I added some garlic, sliced garlic to that. And I'm going to stir fry that for 2 minutes. Meanwhile, everything is stir frying, I put another pot the water to boil. And to that, I'm going to add this pasta. It's called pakkeri. It's made with hard grain of wheat. This pasta is really hard to find in here. Actually, I never found it. I bought 1 pack from Amazon, which came all broken up. I told my brother that that's the pasta that I wanted to eat because they ask me every time what I want. So my sister-in-law and my brother looked everywhere and they finally found it and sent me a few packets, which I loved. On the side also, I'm making a pot with soup. I'm gonna add cream of mushroom and cream of chicken, and then to that I'm going to add some vegetable, only bok choy, Because just one dish, the pasta is not enough, not for my husband for sure. So I always try to make something on the side. So this time on the side, I decided to make some soup. Once the onion and garlic have been cooked, I added 1 whole can of a whole peeled tomato. I'm just going to crush them, so it's gonna be easier and faster to cook. Before squeezing the tomato, I pierce it and try to take out all the seeds and juices. Otherwise, if I squeeze it without taking out the seeds, it splatters everywhere and makes a mess. To that, I'm going to add a dash of black pepper. After that, I'm also going to add some dash of cayenne pepper. While the sauce is cooking for the pasta, my soup is boiling, and to that I'm going to add cleaned, washed and chopped bok choy. Once you add the bok choy to the soup, you can say it's ready. You just make it boil for 1 or 2 minutes, and then you turn off the heat, and your creamy chicken and mushroom soup, it's ready to be served. And on the side of the noodles, my pasta was also boiling. It takes quite a while because those pasta are huge, about 16 minutes to cook. Meanwhile, my clothes were ready. My cycle ended. The cycle of the washing machine ended, and I'm transferring all the clothes to the dryer, and I put another load to be cleaned. That's my baby's clothes in there. Another heavy duty load. When I started the washer the other side, I'm going to put a dryer sheet inside my dryer, and I'm gonna turn that on so they can be using it at the same time. Also on that one, I'm gonna put heavy duty, so it's gonna dry it for 54 minutes in a high temperature. Meanwhile, my sauce is ready and is hot and boiling, and I added my squid pieces on it. Once you add the squid, just like shrimp, any other seafood, it doesn't take much long to cook. Within 4 to 5 minutes of boiling, the squid is ready. You can see the squid was cooked thoroughly, and after that I added my pakkeri. As you can see, I have a different type of pasta with that, which is ziti. I don't know why I thought that the pasta wasn't enough for 2 of us to eat. Well, obviously I was wrong. It was more than enough. We had so much left over after that, and I don't know why. Maybe I forgot that the pasta doubled the size once you start cooking it. The food is ready. I turned off the heat, and I added parsley onto that, and after the parsley I added some basil leaf as well. I added them whole so that my husband can take it out because he don't like basil on his pasta. So my dinner is ready. I prepared a bowl of soup, and on the side I added squid pasta. That's going to be our dinner tonight. After a day of bad news, what you can do, you just get stronger and try to deal with your son's condition. But trust me, we'll do okay. He will be okay. We'll protect him and take care of him as much as we can. Also, he's going to be retested in December to see if he outgrow any of his allergy. Please pray for us, pray for him. May Allah bless him. Thank you for watching this video, and please, until the next video, stay safe.